And so, do you know who invented the buffalo wing?
I do. I think it was. Why can't I remember her name?
Teresa.
Jesus Christ! I want to call her Elizabeth.
What the
If you're gonna serve wings at ranch, I don't want to do business with you. When I go to a place and I say, "Oh, you have wings," and they say it comes with ranch, I get up and leave, even if I don't get the wings.
And welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Buffalluminati Podcast, the upper echelon of 716ers and beyond. We are here today, Jake, along with my co-host Jeff. How you doing today,
sir.
Jeff?
I'm doing good, feeling good. We got a new look, new format, new name. Same two bozos, but we're back.
Absolutely. Yep. And we are here now with our new format. We wanted to change it up a little bit with Talk 716, being that 716 is growing, it's changing, soon to be the 624 as well, so we want to make those people feel welcome. And also, I think that the 716 branding is getting just a little oversaturated. I am seeing it
100%.
everywhere, and not that that's a bad thing, but even in the in the podcast space, there was a lot of 716, Talk 716. My old college is doing, Let's Talk 716 radio show. So we just wanted to kind of rebrand, regroup, and come up with something a little bit different that not everybody's doing. And we decided that we needed to let some of the secrets out while we're keeping Buffalo's secrets. But there's some that just need to be clarified, and we want to set the record straight for people and just dive deeper into the secrets that Buffalo and all of Western New York has.
Absolutely. That's what we're here to do. Yeah. I don't know about that many secrets.
Yeah. And with that, let's get into our first. You do the, and then I'll go into the John Young, I guess.
Frank and Belinda.
Frank and Teresa. Frank and Teresa Bellissimo.
Frank and Teresa Bellissimo.
Yes.
Frank and Teresa. Okay.
All right. And how about we dive into our first secret right now, Jeff?
What's up,
Possibly the worst kept secret in all of Buffalo, the buffalo wing, or as we all know it, the chicken wing.
Delicious.
Yes, absolutely. And so, do you know who invented the buffalo wing?
I do. I think it was. Why can't I remember her name?
Teresa.
Jesus Christ! I want to call her Elizabeth.
What the There's our opening clip. I want to call her Elizabeth. You can just say the family at the Anchor Bar.
I was trying, but then I want to be better. Okay.
Yep. Frank and Teresa at the Anchor Bar. Don't even try to bring in the last name. Frank and Teresa.
The last name's not what I have a problem with.
You're right. It's Elizabeth.
It's Elizabeth.
Come
I bet
on.
that's her middle name. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, maybe. All right. With that.
Because it's everybody's middle name.
All right. And with that, let's dive into our first secret, Jeff.
Let's do it.
Possibly the worst kept secret in all of Buffalo, the buffalo wing, or as we all know and love it, the chicken wing.
Delicious.
Do you know who invented the buffalo wing, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm told it was Frank and Teresa Bellissimo over at the Anchor Bar, world famous. 1964. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. After a night
Couple.
of drinking, your son came home hungry.
Mhm. That's the most popular story.
Yep. But did you know that there's another story?
Another story about the chicken wing?
Yep. Another origin story
Oh, no.
from right here in Buffalo.
Right here?
Yep. And so it's highly,
We did it twice.
Yeah. Yes, we did it twice. So, yes, you just said the famous story of, Frank and Teresa making wings for their son one night. They made them, just to describe them, they made them cut with the vinegary orange hot sauce that we know and love today, though it's not related to current Frank's Red Hot. I did find that out looking up these stories. And yeah, the rest is history. They just kept them on the menu and grew and grew and grew. And now here we are paying $20 for 10 of them things. And it's friggin' ridiculous.
And they used to be scraps. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We need to go back to that.
It was chicken stock back when she used it. But yeah, there is another origin story, and that is John Young of Wings and Things. And allegedly, story goes that there is it's called mambo sauce or mumbo sauce, depending on who you ask. And it comes from either D.C. or Chicago, once again, depending on who you ask, probably depending on what city you're in. And he took that sauce, he came up here, and he opened up Wings and Things in Buffalo and did fried chicken wings. But it is to be noted that his wings were not cut in section. They are breaded and fried whole, as is. So much like you would probably get at, like, fried chicken joint when you order the wings.
Yeah. So we just did fried breaded chicken with sauce.
Yes, and it's a tomato-based sauce, but it still has vinegar and peppers and then other spices. It's believed to be like something kind of Cajun-y and almost like a barbecue sauce. It does have a little bit of a sweetness to it. So
sounds decent.
Yeah, and so that's the other origin story, is that actually came first in either the even earlier 60s or late 50s. And that's been around for a while. And now, both of these places are still operating in one form or another. Obviously, the Anchor Bar sits where it has always sat and continues to operate as one of the greatest tourist attractions in Buffalo. And Wings and Things, I've heard, is in the Broadway market. They have a little stand there that operates when the Broadway market is open. So
they still serve the mumbo wings?
Yes, with the sauce. I read an article that says it's John Young's daughter and family that is still serving it to this day, so much like the Bellissimos across town. So that begs the question then, if both of these kind of came from the Buffalo area, per se, who invented the chicken wing, Jeff?
I don't know. I don't know the real answer. I don't know if we'll ever know the real answer, honestly, because most people, if you ask, it's automatically the Anchor Bar, and I think it's to the point where it's too lopsided to ever change that. So even if history was different, the history books say that it was the Bellissimos at the Anchor Bar.
The history books, you say?
Huh?
The history books?
That's what they say.
Yeah. What are your sources? What are your sources?
The most part, that's from the Buffalo History Museum.
Okay.
That's what they said about the wing as we know it, at least. Fried chicken wings have been around for a long time. Apparently there was something in the 1800s out of Buffalo as well that was just described as chicken wings and fried on like a menu that I saw on there when I was reading that article.
Right, and that could be much like the John Young wing that is like the whole wing and possibly even breaded.
Doesn't specify, breaded or cut. It literally says chicken wings fried. So
it's actually funny that you mention, the official recognition from the Buffalo History Museum, because in my research, I also found some interesting facts and information. So I put it out to the people of our Buffalo. Who invented the chicken wing? The same question I just asked you, just to see what the pulse is. And we got a great response. Over 500 Redditors responded and gave some great responses. A lot of y'all said the chicken, which, yes, the chicken technically invented the chicken wing first. But when we're talking about the culinary achievement that is the buffalo wing, as it is known, who really came up with that? And with the 500 responses, it was about 400 to 100 for the anchor bar.
Yeah.
But furthermore, one of the responders posted a link to the National Chicken Council, which is like the U.S. Board of Chickens. I guess
They outrank Buffalo on chickens, I guess, because they're national.
I guess, but they have like an entire history of the chicken, I guess, as it is used culinarily, including a section on the chicken wing. They also credit Frank and Teresa with the invention of the buffalo wing.
Yeah.
And going through it, at first I went in and I thought, oh, stolen valor. Like, if John Young really got to it first, I initially came across that New York Times article I sent you. And, if he really did it, then, stolen valor, and we got to give credit where credit is due. But really going down the rabbit hole, like, there's a big difference between the John Young chicken wing and the Frank and Teresa anchor bar wing.
Yeah.
And when you look at it objectively, at least in my opinion, the buffalo wing, the one that, the Buffalo Wild Wings wing, everyone calls it the buffalo wing as much as we hate it. And I've said it way too many times so far this episode.
True. It's almost blasphemous.
It makes me sick to my stomach.
Because it kind of goes against everything we're about, but
I'm trying to specify for the people, because you got to specify, like, especially when we're talking about like a chicken wing, and then what we're talking about is like the edible orange sauced lovely thing, the buffalo wing. It's the only other name I can give it, as much as I hate it.
It is what it is.
But
I bet
it's also a badge of honor. We kind of got to wear it with pride, because that's,
Buffalo's probably not the first place to fry a wing.
That's what someone else said. That was one of the other ones. Was like, let's not pretend that anybody in the U.S. was the first to fry a chicken wing, when chickens have been raised for food for thousands of years by
Absolutely,
humans.
yeah.
It could have been any sort of ancient civilization could have been doing this, but like the way the people had kind of stated it is the way that we know that chicken wing that is the buffalo wing really belongs to Frank and Teresa at the Anchor Bar and their son Dominic. And like that's where the credit goes. But credit also goes to John Young for his culinary gift to Buffalo, and could have led to inspiration for Frank and Teresa to create the wing that we know today. So, I mean, I don't think that it's to say that, no credit needs to be given to John Young, absolutely. But when it comes to, who invented the chicken wing, the buffalo wing, it's got to be Frank and Teresa.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like I said, no matter what the data and all the research pretty much proves that. Everybody's firsthand account and everything except for the family. Unfortunately, they're all deceased at this point, but I think John Young definitely deserves some credit. I read in our research that he was the first to advertise chicken wings in the Buffalo telephone book.
And I mean, that is really something. Like I said, it could have led to the inspiration. You got your son and his friends 3 a.m, drunk and hungry. You need to whip something up, and you're like, oh yeah, I tried that wing, or I saw it in the phone book advertised, John Young's wings. Let me see if I can make a quick offshoot of that, and then you got your Buffalo style chicken wing.
Maybe. So I think whether you like it or not, he deserves a spot in the history books with the chicken wing.
Absolutely.
And I just think that makes it better. Like That makes the history of the chicken wing better, which is already a great history, obviously, with the Bellissimos and the Anchor Bar and everything like that. And obviously everything that came from that afterwards, Duff's and all the amazing spots and everything we have now because of it. But I think John Young absolutely deserves a spot, and that just makes the story richer. So
Right.
I love it.
So I believe that, yeah, with that, I mean, first two people at our table, John Young and our first three, I should say, Frank and Teresa and John Young, probably some of the originators of the Buffalluminati.
They probably were. If they were, I couldn't disclose it.
That's true.
But they may have been.
That's true.
Could have been anybody.
I've been
in
uncovering
Buffalo.
a lot of those photos recently. And
You know?
just showing them off at Instagram.com. Make sure you check that out.
That's
Be sure
true.
to like and subscribe here at the Buffalluminati Podcast.
We may be sharing too many secrets on there, or something might have been us.
Yeah.
This show might not be out that long.
But we're here. We're here to share the secrets with the people of Buffalo. But still keep Buffalo a secret, y'all.
Absolutely, forever.
Yes, forever and always.
Even after we win the Super Bowl finally.
From the 716 to the 624. Got to keep it a secret.
To the 624 in 2025.